Everybody, it's Alex with Talking Points. Getting back to what we were talking about the other day, HR 25, the GOP's bid to get rid of the income tax and replace it with a large, what they're calling a consumption tax, but what's basically going to be a higher sales tax. They're saying it's going to be scaled out from 23%, possibly all the way up to 30%. And what it'll do is it'll abolish all the taxes on your income. However, that doesn't apply to the states. So you can still be paying state taxes, depending on what state you live in. Like I live in Louisiana, so we have like an 8 or 9 cent sales tax right now. I think it's that's what it was last time I was home. So what concerns me about this is that, you're potentially paying 23 cents or 23%, for this consumption tax on goods that you buy. But they are saying that certain goods aren't going to be taxed. Used goods, so sales between individual people, which is good. A lot of people make, their livings based on Etsy and stuff like that. So they'll only be charged on materials and not on their actual sales. So I'm interested to see how that's going to work out. So I have hope, but at the same time, I just have a lot more questions now than I had when it first came out. Obviously, I'm against taxes in any form. However, I've always believed that a higher sales tax with zero income tax would be a way into the future to get rid of all this taxation. But it has to be a reasonable tax. I think 23% is really high. Now, if it's scaled up to 23%, as in luxury items, there's something we can talk about, bring to the table. It's not about polarizing. It's not about left or right. It's not about Republican or Democrat. It's literally about finding out the best way so that the middle class and the working class doesn't get the shit kicked out of them every time they get a paycheck. Because if you're like me, I pay some upwards around between state and federal taxes with my job. I work overseas, so I pay a foreign tax as well. I mean, I'm paying around 44 to 47% taxes sometimes, and it's a little ridiculous that almost half my paycheck is taken to go to wherever, and I think a lot more people, because I know the more money I have, the more money you spend. So you put more money in the pockets of your consumers, they're going to consume more. But if you tax them on the things like gas and food and their necessities, then most of their paychecks, in my mind, would be going towards their necessities the lower you go down on that income scale. So if you're making $50,000 a year, you're not going to be spending as much on luxuries and stuff like that because you have to use all that money to get by. However, when you're keeping more of that 50 grand, you will tend to put more into the economy. So I think there's some pros and some cons. I guess we're going to have to wait to see. I heard President Biden was just going to veto it anyway without even it going through. And I honestly haven't finished reading the entire thing. I hear a lot of people talk about we need to tax the rich. I don't care about the rich. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care. I want to be rich. So whatever is going to help me make more money and put more money in my pocket, that's what I want to go with. I'm not really concerned with other people making money. I'm concerned with me making money. I'm concerned with everybody making money. I don't think taxing the rich is this end all that everyone believes. I'm not going to give the rich a pass. They're just better at doing their taxes than we are. In fact, if they could teach me their secrets, that would be really great. But more to come once we get some more information about it. Like I said, I don't think it's going to pass just because the Democratic Party has really sold taxes in the past, even though the first thing that they did was they put a tax on your Cash Apps, your Venmo, and everything like that, anything over $600, because there's obviously a ton of rich people that use Cash App on the daily, over $600 to pay their friends and stuff. So that's how we're going to get the rich. So I just don't, a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. It has everybody looking in different directions. And once again, people have already polarized it into Republicans only care about protecting the rich and Democrats want to help the poor, which they never have. Honestly, none of them have. And it's something we've said on the show multiple times that, people believe that the Republicans and the Democrats are two different parties, and they have different platforms, but at the end of the day, they're still doing the same things to us. They're still taxing us. They're not really helping out the economy. They're not really helping our foreign policy at all. For a country that's so in debt, and we're sending all this money to Ukraine to a war that's not even our issue. It's not our problem. It's not our business, to be honest with you. I really can't see them justifying a lot of the things that they're doing, this current administration. So stand by. We'll have to see what's coming down the pipe, and hopefully me and Reese the Poet will have some more content for you guys later on this week. All right, take care.